Next type is essential singularity. If it is not removable and not a pole, you can directly say it is an essential singularity. Okay, an essential isolated singularity which is neither removable singularity nor a pole. Means for removable, we check with limit exists. If limit exists finite, at that point we can remove that singularity, we'll redefine it. Means that is a removable singularity. For pole, by looking at example, clearly we have the term z minus z naught in raised to m in the denominator, or you can check by limit z tends to z naught mod f of z. If it is infinity, it is a pole. If the function, given function is not removable, not a pole, then we say it is an essential singularity. Here are some examples. F of z is equals to sine 1 by z. Now first of all, we'll check whether it is a removable or not. Limit will check. Limit z tends to z naught. First, what is z naught? If my z becomes 0, this will be 1 by 0 is infinity. Sine infinity not defined. Means we'll check at z is equals to 0. Limit does not exist. It is not looking like a function of z, f g of z by z minus z naught raised to m. Means it is not pole, not removable. It is essential. For finding essentials means singularity, Lorentz series expansion is very useful. That will come in next slide. Here, f of z is equals to e raised to 1 by z has essential singularity at z is equals to 0. Again, if z is 0, what happens? 1 by 0 infinity. We don't know what is e raised to infinity. It is not defined. Means function has problem at that point. Function is not analytic at that point. And that's why this is a singularity. But whether it is removable, whether we can remove it, whether the limit exists, no. Whether it is pole, whether it is in terms of g of z by some z minus z naught, no. It is not pole, not removable, and hence it is essential singularity. Now keep in mind, this note is very useful. Limit point of isolated singularities is non-isolated essential singularity. Means for a function, if I have some singularities, isolated singularities, and if I take limit point of all the singularities, whatever the value, the limit point, that point is nothing but essential singularity, and it is a non-isolated essential singularity. This note we will see in the examples how this is true. Now again, for essential singularity, the following statements are equivalent. If f has an essential singularity at z naught, then f is neither pole nor removable, and the limit does not exist. For removable, it was limit exists and finite. For pole, limit of mod of f of z was infinite, but for essential, limit only does not exist. And the fourth point is infinitely many terms in the principal part of Lorentz series expansion around z0. See, this here comes the Lorentz series expansion. Here we'll see clearly how it is. In removable, we have seen that no terms, that is a minus n is 0. In pole, there are finitely many terms. In essential, there are infinitely many terms. See, in every function which has an isolated singularity at z0 can be expanded as a Lorentz series expansion. That Lorentz series is double series. How we can expand? If f has a isolated singularity at this z0, then in the neighborhood of that point, I can write the function has a Lorentz series expansion. Summation n is equals to 0 to infinity a n z minus z naught raised to n plus summation n is equals to 1 to infinity a minus n. This just minus n to denote that negative, it is a coefficient of negative power. Means it is a coefficient of 1 by z minus z naught, 1 by z minus z naught square, and so on. If I expand this, see, these are many terms here, and here many terms, infinite terms. Now, whatever this part is called as a principal part. This complete part is called as a principal part of Lorentz series expansion. Now, very quickly we can say, if we know the expansion, we can write the expansion and we can say whether that point is pole, removable, or essential by considering this principal part. If there are finite terms in the principal part, it will be pole. If there are no terms in the principal part, it will be removable. If there are infinite terms in the principal part, it will be essential. See now, we have written in this example. Okay. This is an expansion, okay, Taylor series. And if I multiply this, what we got? 1 minus z square by 3 factorial. Whether I have any term in the denominator 1 by z terms are not there, means there is no term, okay. This is expansion about of, this is expansion of sine z by z around the point z is equals to 0. There are no terms in the denominator, means z is equals to 0 is removable singularity according to the Lorentz series expansion, or according to the definition, limit exists and finite, and we can remove it, we can redefine it, okay. In any method you can use. Now, for pole, what we said for pole, see, f of z has finitely many terms. How many terms are there? Z minus z naught, 1 by z minus z naught square up to 1 by z minus z naught raised to m. M is finite, but there are finitely many terms in the Lorentz series expansion, and hence z is equals to z naught is a pole of order m. How many terms? M terms. This is principal part? Yes. And for essential singularity, what we have said, infinitely many terms in the principal part of Lorentz series expansion around z naught. See, if we have many terms in this principal part, then of the function around point z naught, then that z naught will be essential singularity. Here we'll see with an example clearly. Now what we have seen earlier, e raised to 1 by z as essential singularity we have said. Now how it is essential singularity? See, if I expand this, we know what is e raised to z expansion. 1 plus z square by 2 factorial plus z cube by 3 factorial and so on. Instead of z, what I have? 1 by z. If I expand the same thing, 1 plus 1 by z plus 1 by z square by 2 factorial plus 1 by z cube by 3 factorial and so on. So there are how many terms in the denominator? Infinitely many terms. So according to that Lorentz series expansion definition, you can say this is, and at which point at z is equals to 0, no, because if you put 0 the function has a problem. So at z is equals to 0, there are in the Lorentz series expansion about that point the function has infinitely many terms in the denominator, that is in the principal part, and that's why it is essential singularity. Or if you go according to the limit method, that is, this is the expansion, you can expand and see, or you can go to the limit. Now what we said, essential singularity means limit only does not exist. Now for limiting, we'll consider left hand limit and right hand limit. Limit z minus z, the limit z tends to 0 minus means we are going to through left, f of z, what you get, 0 or minus 0 is same, but we are going through left, so we'll put here minus 0, that is minus 1 by 0. E raised to minus 1 by 0 is nothing but 1 by e raised to 1 by 0, which is 1 by infinity, which is 0. Now right hand limit, we are going through light. Limit z tends to 0 plus f of z e raised to 1 by z, limit z tends to 0 plus e raised to 0, anything raised to 0, 1 by 0, infinity, and e raised to infinity is again infinity. It is actually not defined. If I am going through left, I am getting the value 0. If I am going through right, I am getting the value infinity. Means left hand limit, right hand limit, no, not same. Means limit does not exist. According to that definition also, this becomes a essential singularity. According to Lorentz also, there are infinitely many terms in the denominator, that is infinitely many terms in the principal part. Okay, this was about essential singularity, removable singularity, pole, according to the definition and according to the Lorentz series expansion also. Now next comes residue, or singularity at infinity. Now every function, whether it may be analytic function also, if I put z is equals to infinity, we are getting not defined only, we are getting a problem. Means every function has a singularity at infinity, because infinity is still not defined. And if I am putting that not defined value, the function is also not defined, means function is also not analytic. That point is singularity. So how to calculate singularity at infinity? For doing this, what we are going to do, we are going to define a function g of z as f of 1 by z. Means whatever given function is there, we'll put in that function z as 1 by z. And now as we know that 1 by infinity is 0, or 1 by 0 is infinity. So the nature of this function at infinity will be the same as nature of the function at 0. So look at this example. F of z is equals to z cube. See, except infinity, this is a polynomial function. We know polynomial functions are always analytic. Okay, z cube is analytic everywhere except at infinity. You should not say that. If we are not going to generally consider, but if we consider z is equals to infinity, then f of z is equals to z cube has singularity only at infinity. The same thing for e raised to z. If I want to check this z is equals to infinity, which type of singularity it is. Now what we will do, we will put f of, instead of z, 1 by z, 1 by z whole cube, and we'll check at 0. Now whatever the 0 means, the g of z at 0 will be, or removable, or pole, or essential, the same will be at infinity for original function.